Good morning everyone, welcome back to SSB Crack Exams. My name is Sakshi. We are going to discuss daily current affairs as on 29th August 2020. Before beginning, let me tell you, if you are a defense aspirant and preparing for defense examination, SSB Crack is best for you. We provide courses for all the defense related exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, Territorial Army. For more details, please visit our website ssbcrackexams.com. There you will find the entire package of courses, mock tests, quizzes and study materials. Do not forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you can also download our mobile app SSB Crack Exams from Google Play Store. So let's start our session with the question of the day. The question was, what is public financial management system? What is public financial management system? So it is a web-based online software application. See, it is an online software application, web-based online software application, which is developed and implemented by the Office of Controller General of Accounts, Ministry of Finance, not Comptroller General of India. Controller General of Accounts, CGA, which comes under the Ministry of Finance. So as I told you, it's a software application. So public financial management system, it works as an electronic fund tracking mechanism. It does the fund tracking. It compiles, collects and make available in real-time information and regarding all the government schemes and all the government programs. It provides government a real-time information on source of availability and utilization across the scheme. So it is a software program for the governmental scheme and programs. This is a total cycle and the structure for the PFMS. Now starting our day with the first article that we have today, subclassification of reserve classes. See, recently Supreme Court has ruled in the judgment related to the subclassification of the reserve classes. In the judgment, it ruled in the favor of quota within quota, which means finding the weakest among the weakest. Quota within quota for SC and STs, scheduled tribe and scheduled tribes. So what is quota within quota? It is giving preferential treatment to certain scheduled caste over others to ensure equal representation of all the scheduled caste. So this time Supreme Court has ruled over the judgment of 2004, judgment of Supreme Court in EV Chennaiya versus State of Andhra Pradesh case. It had ruled over that case. In the earlier case of 2004, the Supreme Court held that subclassification is unconstitutional, but now it has ruled that subclassification is not unconstitutional. Under this particular judgment, Supreme Court has said that state governments, they have complete power to grant reservation benefits of SC and ST under Article 15, 15.4, Article 341.1, Article 16.4 and Article 342.1. Also, Supreme Court had directed the state that they can now subclassify the caste in those particular state. So let's quickly revise all these articles. See, Article 15.4. It states that states can create special arrangement to promote the interest of socially and economically backward classes. Article 15.4. Article 16.4, it says that states shall make provisions for those inadequately represented in the governmental schemes which comes under the ambit of the state government. Article 341.1. Under this, there is a power of president to declare caste, tribe, race as scheduled caste. Okay, Article 341.1 is for the scheduled caste, and the president can declare that with the consultation of the concerned governor of the state. Article 342.1, it is about the scheduled tribes, that president has the power to declare the caste, tribe, race as a scheduled tribe with the proper consultation with the governor of that particular state. Okay, so this is about the subclassification of the reserved classes. Now the next important update is NDC, Transport Initiative for Asia. So recently, India component of Nationally Determined Contribution, NDC, Transport Initiative for Asia. It has been launched. Who launched it? It was launched by Niti Aayog. What is the aim? Aim is to promote a comprehensive approach to decarbonize transport. See, the aim is to decrease the carbonization in the transport. And since it is a program for Asia, so the countries are India, Vietnam and China. These are the three countries under the approach. Along with Niti Aayog, it is supported by International Climate Initiative of German Ministry for Environment, Nature Conservation and Nuclear Safety. So the duration for this particular plan is 4 years. So let me tell you what will be the focus area under this particular initiative. First, strengthening the greenhouse gas and transport modeling capacities. Second is to providing technical support to greenhouse gas emission reduction measures, which is most important. Next is financing climate actions in transport. And next is offering policy recommendation on electric vehicles, demand and supply policies, etc. So these are the initiative, focus of the initiative. Now let's move ahead. So the next important update is 6 years of PMJDY. So Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana has now completed 6 years. PMJDY has completed 6 years yesterday. It was launched in the year 2014, 28th August. It comes under the Ministry of Department of Financial Affairs, Ministry of Finance. So let's take a quick overview of this particular scheme and then we will discuss about what were the progress so far. So aim for this Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana was to provide universal access to banking facilities to the people of the country, to all the people of the country. Basically, it comes under the National Mission for Financial Inclusion. The main aim was the financial inclusion of the countrymen. It is one of the biggest financial inclusion initiative in the world. Under the scheme, all the bank accounts will be linked to a debit card, which would be issued by the RuPay scheme. This is the key highlight of the scheme. Under the first phase of the scheme, every individual who opens a bank account, that individual becomes eligible to receive accidental insurance cover up to 1 lakh. And this was the major highlight of the scheme. Now let me tell you the progress under PMJDY so far. So in the 6 years, total Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan accounts were 40.35 crore. Rural Jan Dhan accounts were 63.6%. Women's Jan Dhan accounts were 55.2%. Total deposit bank balances under Jan Dhan accounts, it stand at 1.31 lakh crore. The average deposits per account were 3,239. Okay. Apart from it, total RuPay cards issued by Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana account holders are 29.75 crores. So these are the major highlights of this particular scheme. And these are the progress so far. Now let's move ahead and talk about the next important thing. 29th August today, it is celebrated as National Sports Day. So today is National Sports Day. Every year India celebrates National Sports Day on 29th August and it is observed to commemorate the birth anniversary of Indian legend, Indian hockey legend Major Dhyan Chand. He was born on 29th August 1905 in Prayagraj, formerly it was known as Allahabad. Major Dhyan Chand was the captain of the gold medal winning Indian hockey team at Berlin Olympics in 1936. It was the year 2012 since India is celebrating National Sports Day on the birth anniversary of Major Dhyan Chand. On this day, President confers national sports awards like Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award and various awards that we have already discussed. So today the awards are going to be conferred. Now let's move ahead. Let me tell you the current COVID-19 situation in India. Total cases stands for 33,87,500. Out of them, recovered are 76%, 25,83,948. The active cases out of them are 21.9%, 7,42,023. Deaths are 61,529. Now let me tell you very important thing. This is state-wise data where states with 90,000 plus case, 90,000 confirmed cases are there. So these are the top 12 states. Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Uttar Pradesh are the top 5. Now it is time for quiz. Try to answer these questions in the comment section. First question is, under which of the following articles states can create special arrangement to promote the interest of socially and economically backward classes? Article 15.1, 15.2, 15.3 and 15.4. So the correct answer for this will be Article 15.4. States can create and promote the special arrangements for the promotion of the interest of the socially backward classes. Now the next question is Nationally Determined Contribution Transport Initiative for Asia, TIA. It was launched by Ministry of External Affairs, Niti Aayog, NHAI and Ministry of Environment. So the correct answer is Niti Aayog is the one who initiated or who launched this particular initiative. Next question is National Sports Day is celebrated on 29th August, 15th August, 28th August and 20th August. So National Sports Day is celebrated on 29th August, that is today. Next is National Sports Day is celebrated on the birth anniversary of Sachin Tendulkar, Major Dhyan Chand, Sunil Chhetri or Mary Kom. So National Sports Day is celebrated on the birth anniversary of Major Dhyan Chand, hockey legend. Now it is time for question of the day. Try to answer this question in the comment section. The question is, what are the key highlights of FRBM Act 2003? So you need to answer this question in the comment section. We'll discuss the complete detailed answer in the next session. So I'll see you in the next session. Till then, work hard. Jai Hind.